Welcome to the first edition and the first episode of The Duarte Show. I want to thank you all for listening and coming in, and I want to wish you all a happy new year. Today's topic is about the downfall of America. But now, since we're in the new year, I decided to change the title a little bit to The Uprising of America, the inner workings of destroying the elite and most ultra wealthy. Recently, Mondani was sworn in as mayor of New York City after winning in a very, very good landslide in the New York election. Mondani has officially laid out his agenda for affordability on his first day in office, and he has already started rolling out his plan on how he will freeze the rent. In other news, Donald Trump is still talking about Somalians and how Somalians are the people who are running in Minneapolis, pardon me. It's very, very, very scary that a man who is our president to talk like that. He says, Donald Trump says that he takes a higher dose of aspirin than doctors recommend, showing Donald Trump is very, very ill, and they're covering up every single trace that they can. I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. Oh wow, I'm talking about this. Every Friday, please tune in to the Duarte Show. We will be exposing the elite for who they truly are. Donald Trump has planned for a while to make a ballroom, and that is coming straight out of our pockets, the American people, the American taxpayers. Recently, again, he said that he wants to build a triumphum arch, and it will be named the Trump Arch. And that is also coming out of the taxpayer money. So far, if we look at it, everything so far that Donald Trump has done for himself is coming out from the American people's pockets. For example, the military parade that cost us a whopping $47 billion to make it happen. That is coming out of every single one of the taxpayers' dollars. The ballroom is coming out of the taxpayer money. They claim for affordability. That has never happened. Prices are still up because of Trump's tariffs. Now the arch, estimated to be around $2.7 million or more, could be billions, is going to come straight out of the taxpayers' money. And recently he has changed the John F. Kennedy's Memorial Center, and he put Trump and Kennedy, greatly disrespecting the former president and his museum. I mean, the Kennedy Center, sorry. It's such a shame that our country has decided to elect a president while other foreign nations are making us look like the laughingstock. Donald Trump has failed once, and he's gonna fail again. He's only halfway done with his presidency. He has two full years in office, and that is going to be the most disaster that we are ever gonna see in our country. On the bright side, the Democratic Party is in the lead in the polls. Hopefully, we can bring back unity to our country. APACs are funding politicians, and I believe they should be wiped out from every single politician pocket, because every single politician should serve the people that we can on how we can take down the elite and tell the truth on what's really happening in our country and across the rest, as former Prime Minister Liz Truss has stated. I mean, really look at everything that's going on. Donald Trump is a scam artist. He's been a scam artist. We knew this for a while. We have realized that the DOJ, has not released all of the Epstein files, and they have failed to release them. And now they say that there is over 4 million more files to be released, and they have not released it. Recently, somebody in charge of in the DOJ to release the files has stated they will wipe out every single Republican's name to protect them, but keep every single Democrat's name in it. In other news, Donald Trump has attacked Somalians over and over and over, and he has stated that they are the evildoers and the evil within our country, just showing his blatant racism to our country. He's going after every single race that is not white. He believes that anyone who's not white is in the wrong, and he believes that if you are a different skin color, if you speak another language, you can be deported, and you should be deported to a random boot camp in El Salvador. He even disappeared for a week, showing how often the American people don't know what's going on in the US government. It's scary to think about. Our doctors just came out and said Donald Trump's health does not look well. In funny news, Donald Trump fell asleep with an article from The Guardian 8 hours ago. Donald Trump has fallen asleep during a meeting, and he continues to defend his health and continues to say it is healthy, even though he does not look well himself. He is lying to the American people. He's lying to the media just to make sure people are not too worried about if he can actually execute the job of President of the United States. Now, am I saying and spreading rumors about the president? No, I'm not. The evidence is right in front of us. A former White House doctor came out and said Donald Trump is not doing. That should send an alarm to every single American and every single person and every single staffer in the White House to really examine the president's health and to really determine if he can really carry out 2 more years as president. Donald Trump's health has been in a decline. You can tell by his his inflamed ankles and the bruising on his arm. You can tell by his facial structure. It's different compared to when he was running in 2016. Yes, people are aging, but Donald Trump is showing side effects that Queen Elizabeth did before she passed. May God rest her soul. We are seeing signs from our president that maybe he cannot do this anymore, and maybe it's time for Vice President J.D. Vance, who spends all his time on a golf course or on vacation with his family and never inside the naval place where the vice presidential residence is. I think it's time for the government, and I know it's time for the government to reconsider if Donald Trump is really fit to become and stay president for the next 2 years of his term. As Donald Trump is the elite. He is the 1% who don't pay taxes. In 2016, he refused to pay and not pay, but show his taxes. Mind you, he did get a small loan of $1 million thanks to his parents. Without that, he wouldn't be where he's at. Donald Trump is a con man. We knew this from the start, but the American people and his supporters were just really happy to hear about yeah, maybe Trump will get prices down. Maybe Trump will get gas down. And now gas in my state, what my city at least, was a dollar something, and now it's $2.39 because of it. Donald Trump is the prime example. People saw a very much increase in every single good possible, as other countries are struggling to get their own food because of the government. Our government is too focused on a tariff war. We must see this. We must hear it. But overall, if you really think about it, our country is going through a doom loop. We are just spending, 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 spending. And Donald Trump is like, oh, no, 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 we can't spend, we can't spend. But he goes behind our backs and spends every single tax dollar that he can to make a ballroom and make an arch under his name. The American people are paying for this, and for the long term, he's going to continue adding to our debt. We couldn't even import a lot of things because we were in a trade war. Christmas was different because we were in a trade war with other countries like China, or mind you, he put tariffs on a country, not even an island that has nothing to do with humans. It's just a whole bunch of penguins. Donald Trump is the prime example of the elite. His administration is the prime example. And if they want to keep a job in the future, I say stop with the tariffs, stop with the rising of groceries, and it's time for change. His party is also the reason why, because they don't care about the American people. We must realize that it's time for change in our system. And that's the main reason why I made this podcast. That's why I made the Duarte Show, to expose everything they're doing. And this is just the top of the iceberg, where the snowy parts are. This iceberg is going deeper and deeper and deeper. Trust me. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to get our foot into politics. It's time for change. It is time for a new system, and it's time to get rid of the elite for good. I want to make sure that every voice is heard in America. And once again, tune in to the Duarte Show every Friday, and welcome to the Youth Council Revolution. Thank you. I am your host, TJ Duarte. Thank you.